talking about tea, yo.
And the tis off. I felt like God literally said to me, get on YouTube. Hello everyone! And welcome back to Tea Talk!
Tea Talk! That's what we're doing. It's actually hashtag Tea Talk, I would just like to point out.
Sorry.
So.
Hashtag Tea Talk. Wasn't there like some type of pop culture thing for a while where the person was always like,
Hashtag.
Was that Jimmy
Hashtag.
Fallon?
Oh, I just did that. It was
Oh,
really
yes.
Melissa's chiming in, yes. He would everywhere, he'd be like,
It was
hashtag. But I remember back then it was like very pioneering because it was like, it wasn't as popular, so it was really funny. It was like, hashtag this, hashtag that. It's not as
But I think
funny
it's
now.
how does, I don't think that this looks like a hashtag.
Is it is?
So
Are
I
you?
used
Or what's
That
wrong
is
with you?
completely a hashtag.
Okay, guys. I don't see it, but that's just me.
Okay.
We're all entitled to our own opinion.
We're all entitled to our own opinions. So I'm Nikki Philippi. Hi, if you don't know me.
I am Madden McHugh.
I'm Lindsay Ray.
Yes, oh yes, oh yes. And today we are talking about what it's like to be a YouTuber.
Ooh.
And hashtags. By the way, if I start violently coughing at any point, I just got over being sick. So just know I'm gonna try to cough all over them.
Cool.
If I
Great.
start violently
Wait,
coughing.
question?
Yeah.
Which camera are we looking at?
That's our camera.
Great. I've been looking at that one the whole time.
You know, it's cool.
It's
Connection with the audience.
Great.
So, you guys sent us questions. I went on my Instagram and I announced that we were doing Tea Talk. And so you guys sent a question? You guys sent a lot of questions. And so we're gonna be answering them. We're gonna be talking about what it's like to be a YouTuber. I was telling them that like the questions were so thoughtful. I was really like, I don't know why I get so excited. It's like you forget like, wow, there's people out there that are like really watching and have like ideas and thoughts and questions. So I'm pretty excited to
Crazy.
jump in.
Yeah, me
So
too.
who wants to read the first question?
Wait, first.
One.
Tea.
Oh yeah, the tea that we're drinking. Okay, so
What happened to your straw?
I've used and abused my straw a bit. It looks pretty disgusting. It's actually kind of embarrassing.
Sorry, I mentioned it.
Chiseled it down with my mouth.
I brought this.
It's the detox tea.
This is Detox by Yogi.
I've never tried it before.
Me neither.
So-
It's my boyfriend. It says caffeine free.
Great! Which is actually probably a good thing because her and I just drank a really large coffee.
A large amount of
so
coffee.
We don't want to be
I don't want to be like
freaking out during this Tea
Wall to
Talk.
wall.
Too caffeinated?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to cheers it up?
Yeah, let's cheers.
I'm excited to try it.
A cheers!
A cheers without
A
me.
woohoo! Okay. We had like such a large burst of energy in the silence.
Well, I added Splenda to mine, so mine probably tastes really
You
good.
added Splenda?
Whoa.
I stole the Splenda from
Why didn't you
Starbucks this
offer me
morning.
Splenda? You know I
You
love
always
it.
have Splenda in your purse.
For two battles.
Woo! Do you have
Sorry.
any extra?
I do.
I have it.
After this tea talk. So I feel like it tastes kind of spicy.
It
tastes
like
like
a chai
cinnamon.
tea.
Yeah, totally.
Like a Christmassy, delicious, happy.
Part of Tea Talk is me trying to expand my taste in teas because I pretty much drink one tea and I don't really typically
grind
Yes.
every single morning.
It's passion
Hermit's
tea.
a grind.
From It's a Grind.
Hermit's a grind? That'd be a good. Look at what Melissa's bringing you. Wow.
Melissa, you're a lifesaver.
Friendship. Being a
I was like, no, you have to wait till after the tea talk.
Wow, this is the time to be alive. That was really kind of you.
That's Melissa just doing kind things all the time.
Wink, wink.
Alright guys, so yeah, anyways, this is pretty good. I'm expanding my horizons, but I don't love it. I still love my tea the most. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I just brought you
Sorry,
baby. If you
boyfriend.
don't like it.
It's okay. No, it's good. It's good. It's expanding my horizons. Okay, so I guess I'll just start with the first question since I've already got it
It's
up.
like a drum roll instead of a stir.
Drum roll. Okay, let's ask a really basic question, and we'll just kind of power through and see how many we can get done.
Okay.
How old were you when you first started YouTube? And how old are you now? That's a good question. And this is from @Murph_Spams.
Mark's
Martha Spams.
I was, I believe, 18 years old, and now I am 22. So,
Oh my god, you've only
Like
been on
2
YouTube
years.
for 4 years.
I've been on YouTube for 2 years.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's not true then. Wait, oh my gosh, how old was I? I was like 20, but I wanted to get into YouTube when I was 18.
Oh, so it's wishful
And then it
thinking.
took me 2 years to actually like start my career on the interweb.
It's scary when you first do it. You're like,
I
I'm
was
literally gonna put this out in front of people.
Terrified.
I wasn't. I was so excited.
Really? How old were you?
My first video I put out, not on my channel now, but like on my very first YouTube channel, I think I was a freshman in high school.
So like 14.
So I was 14. 2006,
How old are you?
7? I'm 24.
So you've been doing it for almost 10 years. I mean, like not full on, but you
Whoa.
uploaded your first video 10 years
Yeah,
ago.
I've been making videos since before YouTube. And once YouTube came out, I like made my friends record videos with me. And
Yeah.
I didn't have many friends, so the ones that were troopers, Shout out
They
to you.
hung it through.
I don't even think I knew what YouTube was when I was 14 years old. I don't think I knew what it was.
Well, I'm quite a bit older than you guys. Wait, how old are you again?
24.
No, I'm not 24. I'm 23.
I just aged myself.
Round it up.
I thought that I knew you.
Yeah, let's see. How old was I? Wait. How old am I right now? I'm 29. So I was 24
Okay.
when I started YouTube. I really did think about that. And even right now, I'm like, was I 24 or was I 23? It's either 23 or 24, and I'm 29 right now. And that's pretty much it. It's been 5 years.
Wow.
That was a good first question. Should I go to the next question?
Yeah.
I just wanted to like kind of get like the base out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so someone else asked the next question. I sent you both. You have a question, right?
I'll do it.
Oh, Lindsay, you take it away.
I had a little
Fun in the
I had some
question.
issues. Oh,
Your lipstick is really pretty. I would just
What?
like to say.
thanks. I love
Oh, a thumb.
There's a
Okay.
picture of her thumb on her phone. Cool.
My channel has been stuck at 450-ish subscribers and very few views on my recent videos, causing me to lose motivation. Any advice?
Who was that from?
Julian Frank Official.
Julian Frank Official.
Official.
So I've been in that boat for so long. My channel didn't start getting subscribers until, I don't know, I had it I think for like a while, like a year, before I started becoming more consistent, and then finally it caught on. But I was so frustrated because I had been doing it for, like we said, like 7 years before then.
But not really doing it.
Right.
You just meant like if you made a video, you uploaded.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. So when I kind of started my channel, it was stuck for a really long period of time, and I think for me, I just didn't look at what other people were doing. The way that I kept motivated was just by like making content that made me happy. That way it was still exciting to me, which I'm having some trouble doing that like currently.
It's hard.
But yeah, just don't compare yourself to other people, because when you do that, that is like the biggest demotivator. I don't know what you would call that, but yeah, that's like
the perfect word for it.
yeah, because you just comparing yourself to other people is going to make you feel like you're less, and that's not true. Everyone grows at their own rate. So just keep your head down, don't look at what other people are doing, and just stay true to yourself.
It's really interesting. I find the whole like comparison thing, I've always found it really perplexing and hard, because people will say don't compare, and I feel like as a rule of thumb that's like a really great like comparison is a trap, don't do it. But then on the flip side, I'm always like, wait, but don't you like tend to get inspiration sometimes from other people? And on top of that, it's hard for me sometimes, like numbers, like how she's asking about 450 subscribers or whatever. It's like hard because numbers does feel like when you're making art, like the only metric for success in terms of turning it into actual money. So it's like really hard and a mental trip sometimes to not become like comparative, if that's the word, or like get like down on what you're creating because you feel like you should be doing this other thing. The struggle's real.
Struggle is real. How I feel about it is that if you begin YouTube as a hobby, then I feel like that's pretty early on to get yourself really in a rut with the numbers situation.
Yes,
You
you
know-
should not make it your only thing that you're doing.
Yeah, you should want to create the content, and you shouldn't focus on that at all right away, at least.
Yeah, because the content's so important.
Exactly.
Like, that's what really needs to be focused
Exactly.
on.
So we began YouTube just because we enjoyed creating
Well, that's
content.
not quite the story. I mean, it is the story
Really?
with me because I've been making videos since I was like, dude, honestly, since I was 10. I've been doing it my whole life. But I started it like as a job pretty much right from the beginning. I was like, I gotta make money at this because this is amazing. And if this could be my job, I'd be in heaven. Like, so it was kind of a marriage of both.
Yeah.
I was like, if this could be my job. So right from the get-go, I did it. But you know what I mean? So whenever people say that, I'm always like, wait, but I kind of did it as a job. But my heart was very much like, I've been doing this since I was 10
That's
on my
true.
parents' video camera.
That's true. See, I guess, yes, in my, like, heart, I did hope that maybe possibly one day I could make a career out of it, and it just so kind of happened that way.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
So.
You were like, come on.
Exactly.
What's happening?
And I was really thankful that my channel grew pretty quickly.
That's the other thing. When I made that voice, I kind of like thought of myself, and I thought of like just how we can all tend to be. Like, there's almost sometimes you have to shake yourself out of this entitled state too of like, you have to remember there are so many talented people on the internet, and like it's just the pool is widening more and more and more and more and more because more and more of the world is having access to all of this technology, the cameras and the internet and computers, and having the ability. So all of these people that couldn't make things before are able to make things now, which is amazing. But
kids
hard.
that are 10 years old can afford DSLR cameras
I
now
know.
because they're so, I mean, they're still expensive, but
No, I
compared
know
to the
compared
past,
to before.
the quality is so affordable now. And
Mhm.
so it's just, you just gotta keep at it, and you're gonna feel down, but don't let that control you, and just keep on making what you love.
Yeah, and I almost feel my mom and I were talking about this, that like okay, I was watching this documentary. Actually, no, it was an Audible thing, and they were talking about how the way that like art, basically when they first started creating like sound machines, and they were able to first like capture sound. Before that period in time, there were thousands of opera houses throughout the U.S. And so music was a very like communal thing. And I guess you would say media too, but I'm like thinking it next to music was a really like community-driven thing. For people to experience music, they'd have to go out to this place. And so there were tons of opera stars and opera houses. Well, when sound was starting to be recorded, people could hear like one specific opera singer, and they could hear it in the comfort of their own home. They stopped going out as much, and a lot of these opera singers were put out of work because there were opera celebrities, and those were the only people they wanted to hear. And so I feel like as media kind of developed, there became like these main celebrities, and like it was harder for everyone else. But I feel like YouTube is almost kind of bringing it back in the sense that like you don't have to be at the top. My mom and I always talk about this, to like make a good living and to create art and to be able to survive as an artist. So I think that's the thing too, like if you ever get discouraged, which apparently you are, that's why I asked that question.
Yeah.
I get discouraged, everybody gets discouraged.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like you have to remember, I just went on a long tangent, huh? Please someone just tell me that the tangent was great.
It was really good.
Tangent was
I
good.
liked the story. I was very.
No, yeah.
It
Thanks.
makes
Once I
sense.
take the mic and just start talking for a long time, I'm like, should I shut up right now?
No, but
Or-
it's true though. It's like you just kind of, yeah, it's bringing it back for sure. I think that there are more opportunities, and you don't have to be like the biggest YouTuber to be happy. I think that if
Yeah.
anything is gonna bring you down.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. History.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so who wants to read the next question?
I will. I feel like the
Maddie.
question that I'm about to read is going to go along with the last one that she just asked.
Really, Maddie McClellan?
This is from @AnthonyXDOE.
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey.
What inspired you to start YouTube? Was it a person or something?
Yes, Anthony D. C.
DXOE.
DXOE.
Woo! Thanks
Um,
for asking the question.
Yeah, my inspiration was completely. I always tell everyone that like if you're not religious, I sound crazy, but I'm like this was my legitimate story because I didn't
I've heard
watch.
this.
Yeah, I didn't
I've heard
watch YouTube. I wasn't into YouTube. I didn't know it was a thing, and I literally woke up one morning. That's how we can figure out how long I've been on YouTube because that was July 2010. I didn't start in July, but I woke up in July of 2010, and I felt the only way I can describe to people. I'm like I felt like God literally said to me, "Get on YouTube," and I remember I was like, do what? Like, am I looking up cat videos?
Yeah.
What am I gonna do on YouTube? And I got on YouTube and I started finding all these people that were making videos like as a community, like consistently, and I was like, this is a thing. And that kind of took me down like the path of it because I didn't actually start then. It took me about 6 months to get the guts to finally upload and do it. But over the course of those 6 months, I uploaded multiple times and I kept taking it down because I was like, I'm so stupid. This is so embarrassing. I didn't know anybody that did YouTube. So I was like, what am I doing? So dumb.
Yeah, that was like me too.
So what was yours? Because that's how I started.
Well, I started like the random videos just because I was like, I can upload my videos and share them with my friends. But when it came to the channel I have now, it's Lindsay Ray. Because I have many. I have like, it's a Cousins production. I have Dear
Ooh.
I have so many. But when it came to It's Lindsay Ray, I had started a channel with my friend in high school, which was like a parody, not a parody channel, it was like where you did song covers. And that was with my friend Angela, but then I went to college. And then I started a parody channel with my cousin John, but then I moved to LA. So when it came to my channel, the inspiration was kind of like, oh, I don't want to like stop making videos, like I have to do this, but I was scared too because this is the first time I was doing it on
By
my
yourself.
own. So I was
That
like,
was probably terrifying.
Yeah.
Because you were so like used to having another
acting
person.
or like singing, like
Yeah.
not just me talking, but I had wanted to do it for so long. So I started I think like one of the first videos on my channel that was actually like not a school project was a series called Thin and Curvy. It was like the first video I ever did, and I just talked about like something that was important to me. I was like, okay, I want to still make videos. I need to do it by myself. What do I care about?
Yeah.
So that was kind of like what kicked me in the butt. I was like, I can't.
Oh my God. Does this happen to any of you?
No, that's
Siri
really
just
weird.
starts listening to me.
Yep, it's creepy.
My policy is the separation of spirit and silicon.
What?
Wait, what?
That's
it says
terrifying.
God. It says God. My policy is a separation of spirit and silicon. What's happening? Okay. Just let me know in the comments down below if this happens to any of you. If Siri just starts listening to you.
Yeah, I have not ever heard of that happening to anybody.
Sorry,
That's
Lindsay.
crazy.
Siri is so rude.
That's
okay,
creepy.
go on.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, the inspiration.
Yeah, doing it by yourself, that's hard.
I would just.
After you've been in a group.
Yeah, just like after you're used to working with somebody for so, like putting yourself out there. I mean, what I was mostly afraid of was, like I had all these people that, like my friends and my family that knew I did these like other videos, but like I was so scared of being judged. Do you know what I mean? I was like, because I'm just like, I'm like, oh my god, my friends are gonna think I'm weird. Like, look at my outfit of the day, crazy times.
Yeah.
Like wow, Lindsay,
Look
why
at
are
me.
you?
OOTD.
You like spent all this time by yourself in a mirror, like
No, I
filming,
know.
like,
People are like,
weirdo.
what are you doing?
Because if you don't watch YouTube like really avidly, it would seem really
Oh,
crazy to people.
totally.
So
And at
like
the
I
time-
completely understand that.
None of my friends. I mean, like no one did.
I didn't
YouTube.
tell anyone I did it for like months.
Yeah, I didn't
Like,
promote it
literally
at
months.
my every other video on
Either.
Facebook. I'd be like, check out my Pretty Little Liars parody. This nothing.
Yeah.
Never touched Facebook.
No, nobody knew. And then people would ask me, they're like, so what are you doing? And I'm like, because we were living with my parents because we had, wow, I'm tongue-tied. We were living in Singapore. When we came back from Singapore, we were living with my parents because we didn't have enough money to do anything. We gave up everything to go to Singapore. And so people were like, well, what are you doing? Like, when are you guys moving out? And I had this whole plan. I'm like, I'm going to grow my YouTube channel and make enough money for us to move out. But I felt like I couldn't tell anyone because it was so new. It was also very embarrassing, like you said. Like, I'm just filming myself talking about whatever. So I wouldn't lie to people, but I'd avoid it. I'd be like, oh, just like hanging out.
Yeah.
Like going on an audition. And I remember people would be kind of like, well, like, don't you have a plan? Like, to get out of your parents' house. Like, not judgmental, but kind of a little bit like, well, what are you going to do? Like, because I wasn't disclosing that I had a
That's
plan.
probably hard.
But even if I disclosed the plan, honestly, it probably sounded crazy 5 years ago. It would kind of
Yeah.
probably sound crazy now, but especially 5 years ago, like, what do you mean? What are you doing?
Especially
Get
in
your
a
act
different
together.
place. Like, were you from LA?
Yeah, I'm from LA.
Never mind.
But we were living with my parents as married
Yeah.
adults, and I think people were like, when are you gonna get your act together and move out? Like, what are you doing? And I was like, I
Yeah.
have a plan, I swear, it's just gonna take a minute. And it took me 6 months to make $100, like, of like 70 hours of work a week. I was literally waking up at 7 a.m. and I would work all day until around 3 in the morning. I was living off of like no sleep because I was like, I have to do this. This is the only job. It was the only job I wanted.
Yeah.
And because I couldn't dance anymore because of my knee, I felt like I didn't have much of an option. Like I could edit music, but I couldn't edit music professionally at a level where like any studios were gonna hire me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally in my eyes, I was like, this is all I can do. Like acting is not gonna be like reliable for me. When am I gonna book acting gigs that will pay my bills? Like, and once I had done the research and saw that YouTubers made like decent money, I was like, this is what I gotta do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, it's a good thing that you persevered because here you are.
We did not look at me sitting in front of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 likes. Don't be so
So
impressed
many.
by my like collection, everyone. Right?
Well, when I moved to LA, I met Meg, who we did the first episode of Make a Mythbusters together on Awesomeness TV.
Oh,
Then
that's how you guys met.
that's how I met
Oh,
her.
that's
Wait,
cute.
really? Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
And
That's
then I
crazy.
came back after I graduated, and Maggie Knox at Awesomeness TV like brought me back in to the next like filming of Make a Mythbusters, and I saw Meg again. She was like, "Hey, like, you want to work for me? And like, I'll give you my car."
It's
So then I got a
funny.
car, and then like I got another job, and then once that she was ready and like available to hire me, I was able to work for Meg, and it was like. It's just like the way things work out is just, and then you're in this environment where you're surrounded by people who are successful, and that makes you want to be successful.
Yeah.
It's motivating.
Yeah, I feel like that's a big thing with like whether it's YouTube, which I know the conversation is YouTube, but really anything.
YouTube.
But I feel like when you step out and you like jump, this is so corny. But I feel like a lot of times like a net appears. Like,
Yes.
something catches you and you're
I
like,
moved to LA with
Oh.
$500 in a suitcase after graduation. I had no like family. I mean, my mom supported me emotionally, but like she's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
single mother. Like I moved out here totally by myself. I lived in a sorority house, had split a room with someone, borrowed my friend's car, her laptop to make my YouTube videos.
and
I
you
didn't have a laptop.
survived.
Yeah, I
You're
literally
here,
made YouTube
like-
videos on Adrian's laptop.
That's so. Oh, you were living
Yeah,
with Adrian?
she-
I like
lived in
crashed
her
with her.
house.
She like let me use her car, her laptop.
Dude, that's
like,
so weird how many of you guys are like interconnected.
It's a well, I met her through Adrian.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
And now look at us. Oh.
Little, wait, can you do that again?
Oh.
Oh, I just wanted to do it. I feel like I'm
Okay,
breaking through
Nikki.
now. So yeah, jumping in, that'll appear, folks.
That's true.
Pretty much it.
The universe will guide you to your home.
Is that our closing note? I feel like it's a really good closing.
It's a good
Yeah.
Let's close the chapter.
I guess
Blow
I
out
guess
the
I would
symbolic
also.
candles.
Wait, Wait, I've got something more to say.
I guess I would
Give up.
also say to not give up on your dreams, which also sounds really corny, but like
It's
do
true.
not give up because there have been so many times when I've just been like, I just can't.
I was just gonna say, can we answer one more question, make it really fast?
Yeah. That one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got asked this question quite a bit, which we all found really interesting when we were pulling questions. I was like, that's so interesting that multiple people asked this. So I'm just pulling one of the versions because it'll all lead to the same answer. At Maya Villegas,
Ooh, I like
I'm
your
not sure,
last name.
said, what kind of event would have to occur in your life in order for you to retire your job as being a YouTuber? Basically, and other people ask that too. Like, would you ever quit? Do you ever think about quitting YouTube? I thought that was really interesting.
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
on that? Okay, for me, I think that if I were to quit YouTube, it would be a point in my life where I just felt like, well, obviously I'd have to have enough savings and money, but like it would just be a point where I'm done creatively with that stuff. Like I would find another way to take out my creativity, and it would have
You
to
wouldn't just stop being creative.
Yeah, it would be just like that chapter of my life closed, and I don't think there would be like one specific thing that like caused it. Like it wouldn't be if I made this amount. I wouldn't quit because I had enough money.
Yeah.
I would just stop when I felt like it was time to stop.
That's exactly how I
Like
feel.
your
You know?
creativity had just kind of come to a halt.
Mhm.
Well, at least with that space. Like maybe I took up something else. You know.
Yeah, you're like,
maybe-
I'm just feeling more creatively inspired now to go make pottery.
Yeah, I think that's like the way you have to be
Yeah,
when
no.
you're an artist, and that again sounds so corny, but like you can't just like force something when it's
Yeah,
not
you can't
there.
constrain yourself to one medium.
Yeah.
I feel like Kanye said that, like, I'm not a rapper, I'm an artist, and I was like, dude, Kanye, that's actually true. Like,
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
want to express. It's not one thing. I'm the same as you. We were saying earlier when someone was like, have you ever thought about quitting? And she was like, every day. I'm like, right, every day. It's like, is this stupid? Should I be doing this? Like, because you don't have a regular job where you show up and it's the same people and you all are like, whatever. It's like you're kind of with different people. You're kind of self-motivating. You're kind of like, is this going to last very long?
Yeah.
Is it worth the hate? I'm freaking out. But because these
Haters.
overwhelming, haters gonna hate, but the overwhelming gut feeling is like what you were saying, what guides me. So like if my gut was like, yo, you gotta quit, I'd quit. But
Okay, like literally with my channel, like for the past couple months I've been feeling really good about it, but a year ago, for about a year, my view count went down, and I realized it's because I forced myself every week, same time to upload, and it wasn't about the video anymore. It was like every time I was filming, I was just like, well, what's the next video I have to put out? And I didn't care about the content. I just knew that if I didn't upload the same time every week, this whatever video, I wouldn't get views and my channel would die. When in reality, it was the opposite. And because I didn't care about it, and because I wasn't creatively into it, the view count went down. And then I stopped, and I just took a step back, and I was like, I'm not going to force myself to do this. And then I started getting ideas again, and my view count is now bomb. I'm doing way better than I was. I'm doing like better than I had been previously before it dipped. So
It's probably because like you're showing that you're just a lot happier like in your content too.
it's
Yeah,
like it all starts with being excited about it. If you're not excited about it, then don't do it.
Then don't do it. Yeah, I feel like ultimately happiness is like my number one priority. So like if it comes to a time when I'm just completely
Miserable.
not happy with everything, then that's when I'll probably just be like, nope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because someone asked what do you do with like anxiety or if you're feeling angry or upset or worried or whatever, and we were just talking about that, how like some jobs you can show up and it's like, well, I'm pissed, but I'll just do my job and put my thing here and do my
respond
thing.
to emails
And with
and
this, it's
calls.
like, well, I'm pissed, but now I have to try to create something magical and fun.
And also
like,
be
I just
happy
punch
and
someone.
have
I know.
that energy when you
Yeah, and
do
you have to
it.
like come up with an idea. You're like, I don't have any ideas because my brain is just angry or anxious.
Pride.
Yeah, I know.
That's like the craziest thing about YouTube. It's like it's you, like for the most part, it's like you're your own motivator, you're your own boss, you're your own like creator, editor, whatever. Like that's hard.
Yeah.
To
Amazing,
be
but
on
hard.
exactly. Like it's such a blessing. I could never go back to an office job.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like YouTube is also so awesome.
Yeah.
And I don't think I could ever survive just being like, this is my life.
Yeah, I don't think I could survive either.
You know what I
think it'd
mean?
fall apart.
So it's like it's great to have like your creative outlet be your career.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're just going like this. We're exposing the underbelly.
we're
I feel like everybody knows
YouTube.
how fun it is. It's
Yeah,
like, you know
definitely,
what I
for
mean?
sure. Like of course, you can see through Snapchat, Instagram, all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
favorite YouTubers,
Yeah.
like, people get to do it, go to lunch whenever they want, work out whenever they want, like, not work for
Although
them.
going to lunch whenever you want usually means, look at that, it's 4 p.m. and I haven't eaten lunch yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just feel like we had to end on a happier note. So just wanted to throw that out there.
We are
onto
all
you guys.
very hashtag
We
blessed.
are blessed and happy and just content
You
with
know?
our content.
Oh!
Content with content.
That was cute.
That's what I'm
Thank you.
You're
Say
welcome.
again.
So, that's pretty much it, guys. Leave us any questions you have, comments, thoughts, things we didn't get to answer. It's crazy, these tea talks, I feel like we hardly got to answer anything. Like, I felt like we could have just kept going and going and going.
Just talk and talk.
So,
I just love to talk.
Me too, dude. These are fun.
I love
So-
tea, so what a time.
Leave us any comments down below. And we will see you all very soon. And don't forget
Yeah.
to check out their channels also in the info box. They'll be
Thanks.
linked down below. Check them out. Check me out too while you're at it. And
No, it's about us, okay? Hold our.
Just cover Nikki's face.
just-
We're just kidding. You can be
I just